Beyond the crowded boulevards of Madrid and the famous shores of the Mediterranean lies a Spain that few travelers ever see. It is a land of surreal landscapes, where entire villages are carved directly into prehistoric cliffs, and ancient fortresses guard silent, windswept canyons. This is not the Spain of travel brochures. It is a hidden world of mystery and raw beauty, where time seems to have stood still for centuries. Join us as we leave the tourist trails behind to discover the most exotic and forgotten corners of the Iberian Peninsula. Unlike any other town in Andalusia, Setenil de las Bodegas is built directly into the cliffs, with massive rock overhangs serving as the roofs for its houses and shops. Walking through its narrow streets feels like being inside a cave system that has been turned into a living, breathing village. This unique geological integration has protected the town for centuries, creating a cool, shaded microclimate even in the heat of summer. Hidden in the northern region of Navarre, this vast semi-desert landscape looks more like Arizona or Mars than traditional Europe. Defined by its cabezos, eroded sandstone plateaus and jagged pillars, it offers a surreal backdrop of dry canyons and empty plains. Despite its alien appearance, it has remained a quiet, protected biosphere, recently gaining fame only as a filming location for epic fantasy sagas. Voted multiple times as the most beautiful village in Spain, Albarracín is a stunning medieval fortress town perched on a rocky bend of the Guadalaviar River. Its architecture is distinct for its reddish-pink hue, created by the local gypsum and stone used in its construction. The town is a vertical maze of hanging houses and ancient defensive walls that offer a glimpse into the rugged life of the Iberian interior. Tucked away on the emerald coast of Asturias, Cutillero is a vibrant fishing village, where houses are stacked like an amphitheater around a tiny turquoise harbor. Legend says it was founded by Vikings, and its steep, winding staircases lead to viewpoints overlooking the crashing waves of the Atlantic. It remains remarkably authentic, with local traditions and seafood remaining the heart of daily life. Located on the stormy coast of the Basque Country, this tiny island is topped by a lonely hermitage and connected to the mainland by a narrow, winding stone bridge of 241 steps. The site is a masterpiece of human persistence against the raw power of the Bay of Biscay. Surrounded by sea caves and jagged rocks, it offers one of the most dramatic and photogenic coastal views in all of Spain. This spectacular village in Catalonia is built on a narrow basalt cliff over 50 meters high and nearly a kilometer long, formed by thousands of years of volcanic erosion. The houses line the very edge of the precipice, creating a skyline that looks as if it might tumble into the river below at any moment. It is one of the smallest and most visually arresting municipalities in the country. Hidden deep within the Teno Mountains of Tenerife, Masca was once so isolated that it was only accessible by a narrow mountain trail. The village sits on a knife-edge ridge, surrounded by towering volcanic peaks and deep, lush ravines that lead down to the ocean. Often called the Machu Picchu of the Canary Islands, it remains a sanctuary of dramatic natural beauty and quiet, traditional life. Perched on a massive limestone crag in the Tarragona Mountains, Serrana was the last Moorish stronghold to fall in Catalonia. The village offers dizzying views over a turquoise reservoir and the surrounding Prade Mountains, known for their sheer cliffs favored by world-class climbers. Its stone houses and Romanesque church remain perfectly preserved, whispering stories of ancient battles and legends. Often described as the most beautiful Pueblo Blanco in Andalusia, Frigiliana is a pristine maze of whitewashed walls, cobalt blue doors, and mosaic cobbled streets. Its Moorish old quarter is a vertical garden of blooming flowers and hidden squares that feel worlds away from the busy resorts of the nearby coast. The village is a masterpiece of Mediterranean light and architectural harmony. Rising from the flat plains of La Mancha, the ridge of Consuegra is lined with 12 iconic white windmills and a rugged medieval castle. This landscape served as the primary inspiration for the legendary adventures of Don Quixote, the world's most famous literary traveler. At sunset, the silhouettes of the giants against the vast horizon create one of Spain's most poetic and enduring images. Nestled in a high valley of Mallorca's Tramuntana Mountains, Valdemosa is a quiet stone village of royal monasteries and flower-lined alleys. Its cool mountain air and lush greenery attracted composers like Frédéric Chopin, who found inspiration in its serene, misty atmosphere. It is a place where the grandeur of Gothic architecture meets the simple beauty of rural island life. The Royal Palace of Elite is a fairy tale fortress of eccentric towers, hanging gardens, and grand courtyards that was once the most luxurious seat of the kings of Navarre. Unlike traditional defensive castles, it was built for comfort and spectacle, reflecting the sophisticated taste of the late medieval era. Today, the town remains a quiet center of Spanish wine culture, surrounded by some of the North's oldest vineyards. Located at the meeting point of two rivers in the Aragonese Pyrenees, Ainsa is a perfectly preserved 11th century fortress town. Its massive central plaza and Romanesque bell towers are framed by the snow-capped peaks of the mountains, creating a rugged and majestic atmosphere. It serves as a gateway to the wild Ordesa National Park, retaining the raw spirit of the high mountains. Entering Besalú requires crossing a magnificent 12th century fortified stone bridge with 7 arches and 2 defensive gates. This small Catalan town was once the capital of an independent county, and its streets still hold rare medieval treasures, including one of the few surviving Jewish ritual baths in Europe. It is a compact, atmospheric destination where every stone tells a story of medieval power and coexistence. Spain is a reminder that even in a world that feels fully explored, there are still secrets waiting for those willing to look beyond the map. From the desert canyons of the north to the cliffside villages of the south, the true soul of this country lives in its silence and its hidden corners.